Hey, dear students, welcome again to this podcast. I'm so happy to have again with you. Today, I have a special guest. She is Lotus. Lotus, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. Hi, I'm Lotus. I'm 28 years old. I'm a full time traveler and I have a YouTube channel and I share all my adventures online.
Nice, nice. I know that you are from Netherlands, right?
Yes.
From Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And when you start to travel from Amsterdam to, I don't know, how's your travel? What is your travel plan?
I'm already a traveler for over 10 years, but a
Nice.
few months ago I decided to sell everything I own and travel full time. So I left Amsterdam about 3 months ago and I
Okay.
went to Mexico and traveled there for almost 3 months. And now I'm here, so it's just the second country of my whole big world trip.
Nice, nice. It's amazing because here in Guatemala, there is a lot of people who comes from any part of the world, but usually they come from holidays,
Yeah.
just for vacations. But I think to travel for, I don't know, you don't have a specific time to come back to Netherlands.
No, I
And,
don't.
and for me and for more students, it's a very amazing thing because it's like a dream.
Yeah.
But that makes me a lot of questions, and one of them is, how do you do for traveling? I know that you are a YouTuber, but about what specifically?
So actually, the whole channel, the YouTube channel I have with my partner George, it's called Lotus and George. The whole channel is actually about our world trip, so how we
Okay.
made it happen. So we started filming in Amsterdam, like how we sold everything we owned, all the different jobs we did to make money to travel, and then we saved up a certain amount. And right now we're just sharing our adventures, but also like how we are spending our money, what decisions we make, what struggles we may have. So it's really everything that comes to traveling full time.
Yeah, that's very nice because most of the people have different ideas about specific countries. And in Latin America, it's very. I went to Amsterdam twice, I think so, and I talk about Guatemala and try to promote Guatemala as a destination. But most of the things are not just in Netherlands, it's in Europe. People say, oh, Guatemala is dangerous because they see or they watch on the TV bad news or something like that. But in your experience, what do you think about Latin America?
Yeah, I completely understand what you say because this is also a question I get the most on social media that people ask me like, whoa, isn't it dangerous? Did you cross the borders over land? How was that? Do you feel safe? So this is definitely a topic.
Yeah.
Personally, I just traveled Mexico and Guatemala and the rest of Central America is coming up now. So I don't have that much experience all over the countries here, but I have felt definitely that what the media says about countries here is really wrong because exactly the impression is that the countries are quite dangerous, but I didn't feel unsafe anywhere. I feel very safe.
Okay.
I didn't have any problems. And of course, as a traveler, everywhere in the world, you have to be conscious. Like you don't go everywhere at night all the time with cameras and stuff. But this is everywhere. This common sense. So
Yeah.
no, I didn't feel unsafe at all
Nice.
in Guatemala.
And which part of Mexico did you visit?
I started in Mexico City.
Okay.
And I went down to the state of Oaxaca, then Chiapas, and I did around Cancun, like Yucatan.
Okay, nice,
So,
amazing.
4 different
I
states.
went to Oaxaca, to Huatulco, and it
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, it's so
I
beautiful.
spent, I think, 1 week there, but it was a very nice week. There's a lot of things to do there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the coast there of Mexico is definitely really beautiful.
Right, and all these things and tips the people can find in your channel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or-
And also on Instagram,
Okay.
in general, share a lot of travel tips.
And you make how many videos per week or per month? So how do you do that?
At the moment, we upload one video on Sunday, so once a week. But we try to do twice a week. But it really depends on our Wi-Fi situation, how much time we have to edit videos. But for sure, once a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And about COVID, how do you feel about COVID when you go into a new country? You have vaccinated right now or not?
Yeah, that's quite a topic because I traveled a lot during the pandemic. I think I've been in 12 different countries in the last year. So it's definitely been a struggle because travel is not the same. You have to get tested everywhere. It costs also more money. Personally, I didn't get vaccinated yet because when I left the Netherlands, that was not possible.
Okay.
So at the moment, for us, it's very important to get vaccinated because it will make our travels easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I do find it a bit difficult that this is required now for travel.
Yeah.
I do feel that I'm not free to decide anymore
Mm-hmm.
myself if I get the vaccination. But so far it hasn't been difficult. I mean, it's quite easy to get tested everywhere. A lot of countries got easier with before you had to have the PCR test. Now you can have a different kind of test, which is a bit cheaper. So I see that it's getting easier and that the whole world wants to open up, which is great. But for sure, it has been really tough as a traveler the last year. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, because here in Guatemala, for example, if you want to go to other country, for example, Canada, you need to stay for I think 10 days in quarantine. Yeah, and after that you can go to wherever you want to go. But it's too hard. But for people who comes to Guatemala, I think so don't have this.
No, Guatemala is extremely easy actually, because all they require is an antigen test, which is very easy to get everywhere. At any pharmacy you can organize that, and there's no quarantines. So no, Guatemala is very open in general. Yeah.
And what do you think about COVID in general? I mean, I see you many times this week, but I don't see you wearing a mask. But why?
Yeah, that is a big topic, I think, because, well, what I think about COVID, of course, COVID is here, COVID is amongst us, it's a virus that is spreading rapidly. So, of course, I understand that there are a lot of restrictions that it's necessary. But personally, I think it had a too big impact on the whole world, negatively, and especially in the tourism industry. So for me personally, I don't really, how can I say that? I don't really want to live by the COVID rules because I think it's more important to, for instance, support local businesses, to visit people, to still have human interaction. So personally, I'm not really following the restrictions everywhere because I think other things are more important than keeping distance.
And humanity is not about distance, Humanity is about talk, about to share. And when you travel, it's very important to share with the people from where you are visiting. And and Guatemala, for example, towns like San Pedro, it's a very good topic also because some people believe in COVID and some people don't believe in COVID. So it's the two parts of
that's
of
interesting.
People. Yeah. There is no on the middle, There's or think or believe in COVID or not believe in COVID. But when you travel, for example, to any country, if you country, because I know that if you go out from Europe, you can back to Europe. That's right or not?
That I can go back. There is a rule, I think, general in the world that you can always return to your home country. At least I think most countries have that. So I could always come back to the Netherlands. Yeah.
Okay.
And Europe as a whole, I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I think as a EU citizen, I should be always able to go back to Europe. Yes.
Nice. You make trips to Latin, or you promote trips to Latin America, or I don't know where else. But my question is, how do you do that? Because people are scared in general in the world about COVID.
So there are let's say two parts in my work. One is exactly that I promote traveling through my social media platforms, and there the way I promote is by my personal experiences.
Okay.
So this is really personal. So it's just sharing, because a lot of people, for instance, think they cannot travel to Guatemala. They don't know that it's open, or that you only need an antigen test, that you don't need to be vaccinated. So these are things that I speak about on my social media, or I show by traveling. I show that it is possible. So this is one part of my work. And then the other one is that I'm organizing trips. So later this year, I will organize a trip that travelers can come with me to travel. So this is also a way to make people, feel more comfortable to travel again, because it's a bit more organized for them. They know that I've already been there. So these are two different ways how I do that.
And what do you think that people, or why people should visit Guatemala for you?
Oh,
What is the different things in Guatemala that you can find in other parts of the world?
wow, yeah, there are a lot of reasons why people should visit Guatemala for sure. So far, I found that the people are really, really, really nice, kind, and sweet, and happy. What I have seen, people are very welcoming. I felt like super welcome here. I didn't feel at all like I'm seen as a tourist and that's something negative. So I really like it. For me, this has also been a great place to interact with locals. I noticed that Guatemalans are really open to have conversations, which I really enjoy. And then, of course, nature-wise, is like anything, like unlike anything I've seen. I have never seen so many volcanoes, so much green scenery while traveling through the country. It's a very adventurous country too. There's so much nature-wise what you can do, which is really challenging for yourself. So it has a lot of different things.
Nice. Yeah. And you stay here in a hotel, or with a family?
No, here I stayed in a hotel.
Okay.
But a hotel where a lot of people are staying long-term, so with a kitchen and all cooking
like
together.
An Airbnb or like a share?
No, it is a hotel. It is a hotel.
Okay, so nice. You talked before about you give tips to people to how to travel, and I think the biggest question about how to travel is how you can earn money to keep traveling. Yeah. And what is your recommendation about that?
No, that is kind of the dream that a lot of people have. I think
you're living the dream.
Yeah, almost everyone wants to travel, but it's always the question like, how are you gonna make money to travel, or how do you make money on the road? Well, at the moment, I'm myself developing in that, like different ways to make money while traveling. So I'm not, I can't 100% yet travel from my earnings at the moment. So I'm living also of savings. But there are so many ways. Like for instance, there are couch surfing options to stay for free. Or you can stay somewhere in exchange for work. Yeah. Or you can, volunteer in a hostel and also stay there for free. Or there are so many options nowadays online to, maybe you give English lessons online while you're traveling, or in my case, I have a YouTube channel which gives some money, but there are so many different things you can do, and especially nowadays online there are so many apps and options, but I'm also myself figuring it out. Exactly.
Nice, amazing. And about YouTube, because there's a lot of things that people say about YouTube, but how many subscribers or how many hours you need to have in YouTube to become a partner of YouTube, or to earn money through YouTube?
That's actually, it's simple. YouTube has a very clear rule that you need 1,000 subscribers, but that's not all. You need 4,000 watch hours. So when you have 1,000 subscribers, you also need to have 4,000 hours of people that have watched your videos. So it's really a combination of making more videos, so you get more views, people watch longer, and combination of getting the subscribers. So once you reach that point, you can put ads in front of your videos or during your videos, and that's how YouTube eventually pays you. Yeah.
And you don't have a limit, right? If, for example, you are keep working in your YouTube channel, and I don't know, maybe in 1 or 2 years you can earn more money. You don't have a limit, right? Or you have a limit?
No. YouTube wants you to keep creating and make more videos. So they definitely support you to grow. So there are no limits.
Yeah, and that's nice because, for example, if you make a video talking about Guatemala or tips to travel to Guatemala, this video it will be useful now and in 2 or in 3 years. Yeah. So that's nice.
Yeah. That's also one of the goals, to make videos that they will also be interesting later on, to really give travel information.
Nice. Yeah. And your idea is to travel from Mexico to Argentina, or what is your travel plan?
Well, that was the plan. The plan was to start in Mexico, do Central America, and go down South America. But because of COVID and the current situation in some countries in South America, like they are not as open as other countries. Me personally, I have roots in Suriname too, in South America. But for instance, Suriname is super closed. So now we said we do Central America, and then we move to Southern Europe, and then we go to the Middle East. And then we'll come back for South America when countries are a bit more open, or maybe when we are vaccinated, or like when we really know that we can travel all over South America.
Nice. It's a good plan.
Yeah.
You're living the dream. What do you think in general about San Pedro, about specifically this town?
I really love San Pedro. It's really nice because actually when I came here, I had zero expectations because it's my first destination in Guatemala too. So I had zero expectations, and when I arrived, straight away I felt like it's a really nice combination of tradition and modern, a mix of people. People are super kind. It's like busy enough, but also really calm at the same time. Beautiful nature around, but everything you also need from a small town. I really like it.
And you came here and you stay here, and I know you. I know you because you study at school, right?
Yes, yeah.
And the program. What do you think about the school and the program one-on-one here in San Pedro?
I think it's really great because, personally, I had lessons from Sandra, and I could see straight away that she really knows how to see what level you are on. So in my case, I didn't speak Spanish, but because I'm traveling, I did pick up words here and there. And what I really liked is that straight away she only spoke Spanish to me. So it was like, bam, straight away you have to speak Spanish. And then I really like the school because you're outside all day, you have your classes outside. It's a great experience.
And the people can watch these videos and his stories in your Instagram, right? Or students from...
Yeah, I've been sharing my experience here on stories on Instagram, but also this Sunday we will upload a video.
Nice.
That's going to be completely about our experience here at the school and the activities we did and how we improved our Spanish. So it's really a whole vlog about this whole experience.
Nice. And in general, what do you think about Guatemala and San Pedro? It's expensive or it's cheap? Because this is this is a question that most people have. How much money I need to travel to Guatemala?
Yeah, and I can understand because you know from a lot of countries you kind of have an idea what it costs, and Guatemala I think is a country that a lot of people have no idea. And also when I was in Mexico and I knew that I was coming here, I realized that a lot of people were telling me that Guatemala is a bit more expensive. But since I am here, I think it just really depends. Like, for instance, if you buy foods at the market, it's really affordable. There are really affordable accommodations around. The transport is very affordable too. So actually, it's very affordable. But there are also there are a lot of options to make it very expensive. It all depends on what you do. But in a whole, it's really not expensive. No, it's really an affordable travel destination.
Nice. Maybe in the future, we can do a video on how you can do with $100, for example.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because people have a better idea. Yeah, so it's better if you have a specific number. I mean, and people knows how you can buy and which kind of service you can get with $100.
Yeah, that's a very good video concept.
Maybe in the near future when you come back to San Pedro.
Yes, let's do it.
What's your goal traveling? At the end, when you're going to finish your travel, what's your idea about that?
Well, that's a very good question because I don't have a goal in the sense of that this is actually the lifestyle that I always wanted because I was always traveling but studying and working at the same time. So I would just go for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 3 weeks. And I always had to come back to the Netherlands for my responsibilities. Yep. And then I said, no, my goal is to really travel indefinite, like full time.
Yeah.
So actually, that's what I'm doing right now. So I don't have a goal that when this is going to end or when I will go back. I also don't say that I'm never going to go back.
Yeah, I know.
But it could go into any direction. It could be that I'm traveling for 3-4 years. It could be that I find somewhere a place where I really want to set up a business and stay there.
Yeah.
Or maybe after 1 year I say, yeah, it's been enough. I'm going back to Amsterdam.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Yeah, nice.
I just want to see a lot of different countries, experience a lot of cultures and nature, and use this time to get as many experiences as I can.
Nice. It's a nice plan, you know, because when you don't have a specific plan, I think all is better, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice. And yeah, my last question is, if you want to give 3 important tips about traveling to Latin America or Guatemala or Mexico, whatever, what will be that 3 tips for people?
Okay, so tips for if someone
if you want to travel to
is
Guatemala.
thinking to come here.
Yeah.
Okay, tip number 1.
Okay.
Just do it. Like don't have doubts. Don't question if it's safe or if it's possible, or like just go for it because it is, and it's super worth it. The other tip would be pick up some Spanish, like learn a bit of Spanish, because it will definitely, I've learned it, that started traveling without, and it's so much nicer if you can interact a bit with the locals. It will really show you how nice the people are. And the third tip,
just 2 tips.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Guatemala, I mean, Latin America in general have a lot of things to do, a lot of place to visit. For me, for example, I'm from Latin America, I'm from Guatemala, but I went, I think, to 5 countries in Latin America, and I enjoy it, you know. Every country is different, every part of every country is different, and there is a lot of things to visit in Latin America.
Yes.
And I repeat that what you said before, that the people here is very welcoming, and you can talk to anybody. I went to Europe, I think twice, and for example, when you go in a subway, anybody talks to any other person. But here in Guatemala, if you are walking, everybody say hello or hola
dias,
or buenos dias or whatever, but you don't know anybody here.
Yeah.
And that's nice because this is more how do you say, comfortable when you walk, when you want to do something, and it's very nice. And that's the reason that why I recommend to visit Guatemala.
Yeah, definitely. That I am from Europe, and something you really learn when you travel a lot and to different continents is you start really seeing these differences indeed. And definitely the people here are very, very open, like as open as you want. So do you want to have a conversation? You can. Do you want help? You will get help.
Sure.
But what I also really love here is that people are super open, but not pushy at all. No one wants anything from you. It's like it's exactly what you give is what you get back, I think, here, which is really great as a travel destination.
That's true. Okay, thank you very much, Lotus, for to come to our podcast. And where we can follow you, and where we can see your work and your channel.
Thank you so much for having me and for this lovely conversation. My personal Instagram is LOTUS VRIJMA, which is very difficult because it's
we're
Dutch,
going to put below in the comments.
Last name. And our YouTube channel is Lotus and George.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much again, Lotus.
Thank you.
I hope you see you soon, or we're going to follow you on your YouTube channel, and we will see you on your YouTube channel.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear students, to join this podcast. I hope you are well and healthy, and see you the next time. Okay, thank you.